So we're hanging out at this park and we were all settled in, but then Dana was putting away the laundry and she said, look, there's a broken piece of wood. And we're like, I don't know where that's from. And then we started kind of taking apart the cushions of the bench. Yeah, basically our entire bottom support of the bench is broken.
So that is one of two things that I've decided to break here in the van.
All right, as you can see, is the mess of wires we have underneath the bed. Nobody's ever supposed to see this.
Hey everyone, we are Dana and Mike. After living life on the road in our RV and exploring countless beautiful locations in North America and Europe, we came home, bought a van, and converted it into our very own tiny home on wheels. Now, we are back on the road once again with our 3 dogs and searching for adventure. Join us every Sunday for new videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome yet again to another episode of Let's Just Go Travel. We are here in Montana. We're in a town called Billings. It's a rainy day at this Walmart. Nothing super special to start this episode off with. It's your typical mundane van life. If you guys saw last episode, we had a dramatic filled last episode with our heater failing on us and a melted fuel line, all this craziness. So far, everything has been good with that, but we have moved up north dramatically. We are here in Montana, like we said, and it's cold. It's cold. It's been really cold over the last few days. Yeah, we've just been kind of hanging out. We're actually waiting out for the weather to get better before we continue our journey here. But today, to start off this episode, we're gonna do something that we've actually never done in our van life journey thus far, is go to a gym. We do work out, we do go on hikes and all this stuff. Like, that's usually our regular exercise, but we haven't been able to do it in quite a while now. So today we're gonna hit up a Planet Fitness here in Billings and just kind of move, because we haven't done that in a while. We both really want to just move a little bit and, you know, do some stuff. Little energy in the morning before our workouts.
The worst thing to be eating before a workout.
Oh, it's fine. All right, here we go. It's been a long time since we've been on one of these. Whew. All right, good workout. We got real showers, which is great. Haven't had those in a while.
Yeah, it felt really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good to just move.
I don't know why we don't do that more often.
We're not near cities a lot of the times, but in any case, that was awesome. I think we did a whole bunch of stuff. We did legs and arms and abs and free weights. It was good. It was good.
Was nice.
Yeah, felt really good. Probably gonna be sore later. But now we're going to go and do laundry, because it's been quite a while since we did laundry. We're trying to wait out the weather in a different city, which is about a couple hours away from here.
Bozeman.
Yeah, so our end goal is to go to Bozeman, Montana.
Because I want to see more dinos.
Yeah, so
Got a lot of recommendations on Instagram. So if you follow us on Instagram, we're very up to date and you can give us recommendations.
yeah, so we're gonna check out this awesome dinosaur museum in Bozeman, Montana. A couple episodes ago, we went to Dinosaur National Monument in Utah, which was great. We saw some really killer stuff there, but apparently this is gonna be next level, like an actual huge museum. So that's the plan. Unfortunately, we can't go to Bozeman today, and we were almost gonna go there yesterday because they're in a winter storm watch right now. It said up to like 6 to 10 inches of snow, and we were just not down for that. We didn't wanna be in that city during that time, but it's supposed to end tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow we can go. We got a bum around here in Billings for one more day, and we're just gonna do some errands, go hang out in the park and stuff like that. So yeah, for now, we're gonna go do laundry. Let's do it. Puppies did good. We left them here in the van for an hour with, like, you know, the heat going and stuff like that. It is still pretty cold right now, but they did good. Nothing terrible happened. Here's our reward for after doing the workout.
We lost 100 calories and we're gonna bring it right back.
What? Yeah, this thing's probably 1,000 calories.
Well, all right, everyone. I think our van has decided to show that it's unhappy.
So we're hanging out at this park and we were all settled in to just kind of chillax for this afternoon, but then Dana was putting away the laundry and she said, look, there's a broken piece of wood.
Where's that from?
And we're like, I don't know where that's from. And then we started kind of taking apart the cushions of the bench. Yeah, basically our entire bottom support of the bench is broken. That piece of wood spanned this. It used to be like that, and it was in between here.
We also realized that we maybe should have had a support for it.
Yeah, like this piece, when it's down like this, you can see it's
not resting.
Yeah, like this piece is for this to rest on. But then the piece behind it, this piece is not resting on anything, which we never really thought about, I guess, enough when we were building it, because now it's broken. So yeah, I guess.
So it's not really usable right now because that whole section just drops.
Yeah, you can't really sit on this. It's not a big deal. Like all I'm gonna do, we're gonna go to a hardware store now and get a piece of wood and just screw it to the back side of this, so when this thing comes down, it's actually resting on something. So that's the plan.
So that is one of two things that I've decided to break here in the van. We haven't actually officially told you guys this yet. We were kind of waiting until a little bit later to tell you, but well, now's the time, I guess.
So we have a little issue with our bed lift right now. It's gonna be really hard for you to see, but essentially, I'll just play some clips from when we were building it. There's basically a switch on this rail that when the bed goes up, it presses a button and then it kills all power to it, so the bed can't go up anymore. It's basically like a limit switch for the upper setting for the bed, so when it goes all the way up, once it hits a certain point and like all these cushions and stuff are just kind of like cinched to the roof, the whole thing just stops. So like it makes it a lot easier for us, so we can just kind of press this button as it's going up and it'll just stop where it needs to every single time. So this morning we woke up and this piece was just laying around.
And I was like, what the heck is this?
And like we had no idea. We're like, I don't know what this is. Like it's just some little plastic circle. It's the button for the upper limit switch. So it fell out of its little socket thing. And we noticed when we were lifting the bed all the way up that it just wouldn't stop. So so that's where we're at with the bed. That one's an easy fix. It's not a big deal. I just need to, yeah, we have like a backup button for it. We were just gonna swap it and that's all gonna be fine. That's all I was planning on doing today, but now we have to fix the bench and cut wood and do that. So yeah, we're gonna go do that.
Our favorite place.
We have an intimate relationship with Home Depot, that's for sure.
I think every van lifer does. I think what happens is regular van lifers don't show every single thing that breaks. We're like the true van lifers, showing you what it's really like living at Home Depot. One thing to note is that this was the very first thing we ever built in this van, and we weren't really like thinking.
We didn't know what we were doing.
We didn't know what we were doing at that point, so hopefully we can fix it for good now. And yeah, you got this, Mike.
Okay, here we go.
Found one that fits?
I think so. It's hard cutting these by hand. I don't have any of my power tools, so I had to use like just a handsaw and get tired real fast. Pretty simple. Screw this there. Not much else to it. I feel like we're building the van again.
We kind of are.
If you're gonna van life, you don't bring tools, it's a bad idea.
You're screwed.
You're screwed.
You'll be buying them on the road.
Yeah. Let's give it a little test.
Well, that's step one.
Yeah, that's solid now. Okay, that's fixing stuff on the road for you. Yeah, that's funny how we never noticed that.
All right, so we fixed the couch. Thumbs up for that. I think we made it 10 times better.
Yeah.
But now we are going to tackle the bed. This might be a little bit hard to film, so I might just get Mike to grab the camera and show you what is going on.
Okay, so got the bed down. This is the limit switch that we were talking about. And this tab used to go in here like this and would, press the button. And now it just falls right out. Oops. Luckily, I have another one of these. All right, as you can see, as the mess of wires we have underneath the bed, nobody's ever supposed to see this. We have the second button. This is supposed to be the button for the lower limit, but we don't use that.
But it has to be connected in order for it to work, unfortunately.
Yeah, like if this button isn't connected, then the whole system just doesn't work at all. So I'm just gonna swap these buttons. It should be a pretty simple swap. And then just leave the broken one in here. Okay, old button. Just gotta cut these lines. Okay, new button is in. We're back in business. Works again.
Yay! Time to clean up this mess.
Time to clean up. All right, hello. Welcome to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, we figured that we wouldn't stay at the same Walmart again because that would be kind of weird.
Yeah, but tomorrow we will be heading off to Bozeman to hopefully see this dinosaur museum. However, I don't know, it's probably gonna be snowing.
I think we might need to take a different route as well because I just looked at it, and from here to Bozeman, it takes you through a mountain pass. So I really don't think that that's gonna be the smart move.
I mean, we probably could do it, but we don't have a lot of experience with this van in super winter driving conditions. We have the tires and it's all-wheel drive and all this stuff. All of it should be fine, but you still don't want to if you don't have to, right? So, so we'll see how that goes.
Good morning, everyone. We are up, I want to say bright and early, but definitely not. We are leaving Cracker Barrel this morning, and we are going to brave the snow. If you can see outside, there is some white speckles that periodically come up. It did snow a little bit where we are currently, but I think there will be a lot more snow where we're going, and I'm tired of waiting. I want to see this museum, so let's go. Let's cross a mountain range because we kind of have to, and
the elevation shouldn't be that bad. I looked it up. I think max is it's close to 6,000 feet, so it's not terrible.
Yeah, hopefully that's correct.
Yeah.
We're not Americans, so we don't quite know the highways, so we're hoping our research is correct. Yeah, let's make it safely over this mountain because I don't really want to go around it. That will probably add an additional 2 hours.
All right, well, I think we have started to hit the bad part.
This is just one of them.
Yeah.
But it's not sticking, hopefully.
No, yeah, it hasn't started to stick yet, so hopefully we can get through this, but pretty crazy. So we have made it to Bozeman. That was actually way easier than we were expecting it to be. We thought it would be a terrible snowstorm, and it was for a split second there, but none of it was sticking, and the mountain pass was actually really, really chill. So all good. We made it here now, and we're a few minutes away from the museum, and hopefully this was worth all this driving.
Yeah, we're really hoping that these museums, we actually are going to be seeing 2 over the next week. This is the first one. We were recommended both of these by some lovely people over on Instagram. So if you're watching this, thank you. But yeah, we needed to kill some time anyways because the second museum is not open until Saturday. So yeah, we drove all the way up north here just for this. So cross our fingers.
Okay, here we go.
I changed my sweater.
Oh yeah, see, obviously.
The Museum of the Rockies, located in Bozeman, Montana, is more than just a museum. It's a time machine where past and present meet and come alive. Montana is home to one of the most fossil-dense regions on Earth, and many of the incredible findings are showcased in this museum. They had a lot of fun introductory exhibits, such as being able to hear the simulated sounds of a T-Rex, to even being able to smell their breath, which was pretty bad, let me tell you. There are many iconic dinosaurs here, such as the Triceratops, which is one of my favorites from the movies. One of the main events here currently is a T-Rex named Sue, which is the largest intact T-Rex to ever be discovered. The one here is a cast, so it's not the actual real bones, and the real one is on display in Chicago at the Field Museum. Maybe we'll go check this one out sometime. In the next room, called the Hall of the Giants, we met more prehistoric titans that once roamed this land. This section of the museum is home to one of the largest collections of dinosaur fossils in the United States, and not only includes the largest T-Rex skull in the world, but is home to the Montana T-Rex, which is made up with a combination of real bones and replicas. Now this was cool to see.
The dark parts are all real bone, and all the lighter parts are like reconstructed bits. Whoa.
Legitimately feels like the movie where you're like watching them like do their stuff. That's actually so cool.
Yeah.
Alright, we are finished up at the museum, and I will be completely honest. The first exhibit I thought was the only thing, and I was like, is that it? And then you kind of have to walk through this like historic section of like, you know, humans history.
Boring.
And then it like kept getting like more and more and more, which was really cool. I think the main, like the coolest spot was probably with all the skulls.
Yeah.
And then
like that real T-Rex.
Yeah.
60% real T-Rex.
And then being able to like witness like a paleontologist working on an actual thing. Like I think that was kind of cool, but it also seemed kind of funny being able to like just be on behind the glass. Yeah, I got myself a new hoodie. Actually, it's not a hoodie, it's a pullover, but still awesome. And yeah,
overall, that was
worth the 8.5 hour drive here.
So awesome. Looks good.
It smells delicious. Very peanut butter.
Here's mine. Mine's got soup.
What did you get?
Like a Tokyo hot pot, it was called.
Oh, all right.
Good noodle?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Nice.
Fresh.
Damn it!
Ah! See, just because this. Yes.
Okay, hello. Welcome to several days later. We haven't actually been doing a whole lot since we saw that awesome museum, just because the weather has been pretty bad. It was snowing pretty hard. But yeah, we've just been hanging out. We were playing some board games and video games here in the van.
Mike's trying to get me into video games. So.
Yeah, so we've been doing some of that.
And I've been trying to get him into some sport.
So it's been pretty cool, just kind of hanging out and nothing too super interesting. And we are actually waiting for another museum to open up in Wyoming, and that's where we're headed today.
They've been closed for months, reorganizing and whatnot. So.
Yeah, so we are leaving Montana today and driving 3 hours back to Wyoming to see the next dinosaur museum. It's called the Wyoming Dinosaur Center. And yeah, this should wrap up our cool dinosaur expeditions here. Join us for that 3-hour drive. Here we go. Okay, welcome to Thermopolis. This is the home of the Wyoming Dinosaur Center that we're going to be checking out. So yeah, hopefully this is worth all the drive. Let's take a look. All right, here we go.
Welcome to the heart of dinosaur country. The Wyoming Dinosaur Center, located in Thermopolis, is home to one of the most active and exciting paleontological sites in the world. Whether you're a curious traveler, science enthusiast, or a future paleontologist, this place offers a one-of-a-kind experience where discovery never stops. It features a world-class collection of fossils, including more than 30 full-size skeletons. The main highlight here is a dinosaur called Jimbo, which is a supersaurus that is over 100 feet long. This is one of the longest dinosaurs ever found. The other displays were all equally as cool, with featured bones like teeth, spines, claws, and more. It really does take you on a journey through hundreds of millions of years. Alrighty, that was definitely a different experience than the other ones. I think it was really cool. There were some different things at this museum than at any of the other ones, which was really nice to see. And one other really kind of cool thing that they had at this museum was they had a replica of a velociraptor, which I've heard is like really hard to get like a true fossil from them because of some importing issues from where they're originally found.
Some of the things here you wouldn't expect it to be real. When you walk up to it, it's like, oh, this is a real fossil. Like especially that big giant long neck dinosaur. It's like a lot of real bones and real fossils, and it was all really cool. A lot of different dinosaurs that you wouldn't like think of, like, you know, everyone knows T-Rex, everyone knows Triceratops and all this stuff, right? This one had a lot of like dinosaurs that we've never heard of. There was a lot of different types of fossils here that you can't see anywhere else, and it was really interesting to look at.
The underwater guy was real, and that was actually kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that was like mostly fully constructed, and it was a real fossil, and it was just like right there in front of you. I don't know, just really cool stuff. Like all this stuff in there is just so ancient feeling, and really just is kind of mind-blowing to just see in person right in front of you like that. That was neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, I think we are going to call it for this episode. It's definitely been an interesting one for sure. Our adventures here in Montana and in Wyoming. I think we started this episode with, you know, fixing our bench, which was broken. And then we went on these really cool dinosaur tours in these two states. Really cool. We're not usually like history buffs or like going to museums and stuff like that. But like when it comes to dinosaur stuff, you guys know Dana, she loves it. And, you know, getting to see all these kinds of things up close and personal was really interesting for sure. But yeah, we are going to continue our adventure up north. We are heading towards northeastern Canada now. That's sort of the next plan. So just for these next few days, we have an absolute insane amount of driving to do. I think just to get across the border is gonna be like something like 30 hours of driving. So we're gonna be splitting it up over the next few days. But with that, thank you so much for watching, everyone. My name is Mike.
I'm Dana.
We're Let's Just Go Travel, and we'll see you guys on the next adventure.
Woot woot.